Hello, it's Kim. Thanks for joining me. I wanted to show you something I learned from one of my friends, Diane, over at DZ Doodles. I made this card with her creepy spider, which was fun to make even though I don't like spiders. But people were asking me how I popped the legs up at different heights and so I wanted to show you what she showed me, which was an aha moment for me. I love pop dots, but I never seem to have the size I want, or sometimes they're too big, and she showed me how to make my own pop dots. And what you need is any type of chipboard or cardboard, and you can find chipboard on the internet, or you can also find sheets of it, like this one, that if you buy photo paper, this comes in it. You can use your Pop-Tart boxes that you buy for your kids or for yourself, cereal boxes, anything that is pretty sturdy, and you can make your own pop dots. What you do is, as you see this one that I had, I used just a smaller punch, 1/16 punch I think this is, and then I always call this a school punch, where I punched it out, and that's what these are here, these little pieces. And you just layer them. If you want just a very little pop of your image, you can just use one layer. And then I use my liquid glass. So what I've done is I've stamped this butterfly, which is a retired set with Close to My Heart, and then I stamped it again on the sunflower cardstock, and I'm going to pop this sunflower out, this butterfly out a little bit. And by doing that, just turn the little guy over and take one of my pre-made glue dots, and I'm using liquid glass, and just put a little dab of liquid glass on there. And then I just take, she also showed me this, you just use your X-Acto knife and push down a little bit. You can pick another one up and layer it on top. And that's if you want it to be up twice as high. Now if you just want it a little bit higher, which is what I want, I'm going to leave that one the way it is, and then I'm going to punch a couple more out here. Whoops. In fact, I'm going to take that off because I want them to fall right where I need them. Oh, one more. Okay. And you can just use these as your dots. So I'm going to put a little bit of liquid glass in the middle of these. I hold these down with my X-Acto knife. And what's nice about this is you can use, like I said, multiple layers. You can use big or little, depending on what size of punch that you have. They're easy to pick up, and then I just move them around on my butterfly. Now it's going to take a little bit to dry, which you might want to do some a little bit ahead of time if you want to do more than one layer, or go away from your project and come back. So what you could do after this is place a book, and she also told me you might want to use a book that has kind of a shiny coating on it so you can clean it off, and then you just place this over your item so it dries down, and then you will let it dry, which I'm going to do now. I'm back, and it's been about 5 minutes. You can do other parts of your card, or I don't know, get a little housework done, get some coffee, some tea. Once that is ready, then you can put some more dots of your liquid glass or your adhesive on your pop dots, which I've done. And then you take your image and pop dot him right on there. And it's not a big difference between your image on the paper, but I like that. I like that subtle little bit of poppiness, I guess. And with the black background, it kind of shadows it. So I like that. So that's how I did my spider. I put different levels of the homemade pop dots on him and then bent his legs a little bit. He is called Creepy Spider over at dzdoodles.com, and you can get him there. If you have any questions about this technique, feel free to leave a comment on my blog, and have fun creating. Bye-bye.